good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Devontae Smith, 41 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Carr going to try and throw on third down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. Devontae Smith deep to return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Flush to his right.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I gotta give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From midfield, here's Carr.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return. And it's caught. Touchdown. Miles Sanders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Open man, complete downfield to Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Carr. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing now is Carr. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. An option handoff given to Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 1st down, Carr. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr gets this to Waller, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing his Carr, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Carr to throw. Being chased out left.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
Down at the 25.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Carr. Buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Carr.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Escaping the pressure right.
Able to find Ertz. And he takes this almost to midfield. So they needed a pretty good-sized play, and they got it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second and very short. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing